I like that they added the Snoop feature.
Yeah, that's it.
I hope that's every Monday.
Here we go.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. The six.
Dude, how stupid is it that it's actually still light over there?
Oh
Isn't
my
that
God!
just
I mean, it's
stupid?
the afternoon.
How do you watch football? How do you watch a game that starts at 5:15?
How do you watch a game that starts at 10 a.m. on Sunday?
That's pretty insane that is that. Isn't it? Or is that just me? Is that why they play a lot of 4 o'clock games
That's why they play at 4 o'clock.
every week?
No West Coast team plays at 1. You know what? Here we go. What up, Mike?
Good, Mike.
Locked in. That's right. Big time. Oh, and the Jets get the rock.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey, Mitz.
Yes, umitsara. Dos el hijo.
Mitz. Jesus. How do you send gifts? Venmo Theo Naforos.
Meech was sending a crazy amount of gifts in the live today. Meech, how much? Those don't cost like anything, right? I'm just like, don't spend your money. That's just a waste. He sent like 100 corn on the cob. I'm pretty sure those are pennies, but.
What's the big one? The Galaxies?
Yeah.
You know what my dad and I were talking about? Doesn't it feel like there's so many injuries recently in football? Like, how many people went down last night?
Not more than usual.
But we were just thinking about it. Like, MSU DB just went down, and now we're down to like the third string again.
That's what happens, bro. It's a violent game.
I know, but how do you combat that?
Paid $5. Okay, all right, good. Meech was letting them fly. GGs, corns.
How much does a Galaxy cost in money?
I don't know.
$1?
Probably more than that.
God, this San Fran defense is so good. Jair. Here we go. Is this about to be a 3 and out?
Rodgers is not throwing the ball yet, just for the record.
That'd be true. Yeah.
Lazard. You kidding me?
Theo, that could be that on that. Rodgers is tatted.
I don't think so.
You see his left arm? Looks like he has a sleeve.
No, he doesn't. Just for the record, I have Lazard over 1.5 receptions, so that was horrible. Easy drop. But they're going to him. You know.
That's true. They just relied on him, and he did not come through.
No,
but
and that's not what you want. But
what we do have on our side is that he was a Green Bay Packer, and so was their quarterback.
That's exactly why I took it, Theo, and there's no other reason why.
Time for the system to come in. The system.
Mr. System. I got to get used to Debo being number one. I don't like when a big-time player changes their number.
What was he before? 19?
19.
Why did he change that?
I don't know.
I don't like that. Oh, I forgot about Usyk. Get up off me.
Hey. All right.
Mr. System. Why does he get hate, man?
He's a good player.
Another good story. You know, it's just a good story.
It's a good story.
God, this San Fran team's still just so good. I know nothing's changed. It's just, they're a threat.
That's exactly what they are, Theo.
They're favored in the NFC, right?
I think we are.
Whoa. Our first Monday Night Football of the year. How about it?
Yeah, hey.
Just checking
like that.
off all the firsts.
Just like that.
Oops.
That's it.
Help. What number does Ayuk wear?
11.
Oh, yeah. God, they didn't even look his way.
This Jets defense is so disgusting, dude. Their secondary is ridiculous. He's got sauce on him. They're not throwing at him.
To Ayuk?
Yeah.
Is Sauce really that
Yes.
good?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Is he better than primetime Richard Sherman? I'm talking prime.
Probably.
What? What year is it for Sauce?
3.
He can't be that good already.
Theo, he was first team All Pro when he was a rookie. It's hard to be first team All Pro in the NFL. It's hard.
Yeah.
There's 11 starters on every team on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. And they do all pro what? They is it one every position?
Yeah.
And he got the one of the cornerback slots?
Yes.
Yeah, that's tough. But I feel like this phase of the league doesn't have any big time corners. Like
He's
it
a
used
big
to.
time corner.
Yeah, no, he is. But I'm saying, what's his competition?
Jair's up there.
Right, there's not like a set one.
Yeah.
Think about all the big time corners like
It's hard
8 years ago.
It's hard to be a big time. I mean, there's never really been that many big time corners like that because it's such a hard position. I mean, there's been less than probably 10 big time. We're talking like franchise players, corners in our lifetime.
Sherman.
I don't even know if I'd put him up there, bro. Honestly,
What about Patrick Peterson?
he's in the conversation.
He was sweet.
Revis,
Yeah. Well, but was he technically a safety?
no, he was a corner.
Was he?
It's so hard, dude. It's like
Dude, I can't even name
yeah,
anymore.
there's not that many. Darius Slay, like no, come
No.
on, right? That's what I'm saying. It's hard to be a big time corner.
And safety. I would even throw that up there. It's probably easier to be a safety, though.
Oh my god, 100%.
I could name more safeties than I could corners, I think.
I don't know about that.
There's actually only one that's popping in my head. Eric Berry.
Yeah, and he had cancer, so.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he's big time. Defense is just hard.
It's hard. And it gets harder every year.
Actually, I'm gonna say DB is hard.
Yeah. Ramsey, that's a great one, Vince. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ramsey's a big time corner. It's the hardest position probably in sports.
Cornerback?
Yes. It's one of the hardest in sports. Top 5 hardest.
Yeah, I'd put that up there. In
Yeah.
sports?
Yes.
My God. Oh, my God.
Fumble. Does that count as a reception? I have Brees receptions. I think it does.
It does. There's a forward. I can't even think of 4 other positions that are like insanely hard in sports.
Goalie for hockey. That's got to be in there, Theo.
You're covering such little
Theo,
space.
what are we talking about?
Hey, look how small the goal is. I feel like a goalie in soccer is harder.
No. Think of how big a soccer ball is.
Think about how big the net is.
Think of how small a hockey puck is. And it's black.
Yeah. That might sneak in at like 5.
I don't know, man.
We've got 5 and 1 covered.
Debo. Just for the record, we would have put Debo in the first touchdown scores, but I took him anytime a couple hours ago before McCaffrey was out, so we had to adjust there. Just like last night, we would have had Montgomery probably, but we had Gibbs instead because I had Montgomery anytime. They both won anyway, though. So
Pitcher? Is that falling into the top 5?
This guy is catching harder than pitching.
I was going to ask that. I want to say no. Because at the end of the day, like, the pitcher is in command of that whole game.
He is.
Everything relies on you.
Yeah.
The catcher's just catching the pitcher. You know what I mean? Simply. I'd put pitcher.
I don't know, man. They do a lot of stuff that's extremely difficult.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You got to block like a 95-mile-an-hour ball. It's harder to be a catcher.
I can't get behind that one.
What do we think, Vince, or anyone in the chat? Is it harder to be a catcher or a pitcher?
God, they look like shit.
Jets defense, man. They can legitimately win the Super Bowl.
Who?
The Jets. If the offense wakes up. Their defense is so good. Like, it's ridiculous how good their defense is.
Yeah, but you can't win games without scoring points.
That's true.
Moody. This is a big first try. Boom.
Money.
I think it's harder to be a pitcher. So say pitcher comes in at 4. What's 2 and 3?
I think goalie's higher than 5, Theo. I think hockey goalie's harder than 5.
We'll put it at 3 then.
All right.
Pitcher at 4. We're still missing 2 and 5.
Is quarter for sure the hardest? It's got to be.
It is. It is. It is the hardest position.
Quarterback's not easy, man. It's so hard. You got to know every single play. I mean, these guys are flying around. You got to make these throws. There's got to be another football one. It's either quarterback or it's got to be quarterback. Offensive lineman, maybe.
No, I would think
Quarterback's harder. Yeah.
Maybe that sneaks in at 5.
Okay. That's
But
fine.
I feel like we're neglecting some sports here that are like.
I'm just thinking about the big 4.
Yeah, nothing in basketball.
No.
It's way too easy.
Nothing in basketball. So really it's just hockey, baseball, and football. I mean, we could get into other sports, but then like things get too easy because it's way harder to be like a professional tennis player than a lot of other things, you know?
Yeah, like golf.
Right. Exactly. Same thing. So like we got to leave.
Individual sports can't count.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this.
that can't.
You are
yeah.
literally your own franchise.
Right. Right. All right. So we got corner. Nothing.
Goalie
in hockey.
Pitcher.
Pitcher.
Baseball.
No, catcher. Catcher. It's catcher.
No,
it has to
no,
be.
it's not.
Well, guys in the chat, what's
catcher? You know what? I'll argue maybe one thing for catcher is pitchers get a break. They get a 4-game break or 3-game break.
Right.
Catchers catch every.
What's
game.
harder, being a pitcher
I'm
in the
catcher
MLB
now.
or a catcher?
I think
it's gotta
I'm
be
team catcher now.
Okay.
After that point.
All right, catcher and then quarterback. So we need number 2 now.
Yeah.
What's the second hardest position in sports? Team sports. Is it first baseman?
No.
It might be first baseman.
It is
Theo.
not first base.
Theo, first base is extremely difficult to play.
No.
Think about all the picks you got to make.
No. Baseball is tough. I'd say it might have to be a baseball position only because you play both sides of the ball. You're playing offense and defense in that sport. Another reason why pitchers, especially in the American League, shouldn't fall in the top 5.
I mean,
But a pitcher in the National League.
Well, they don't hit anymore.
They don't?
They haven't hit in probably 4 years.
Well, that shows you how irrelevant that sport is.
It's like in Sopranos, even though you've never seen it because your brain is small. Pitching, not catching. No, catching, not pitching. That's what it is. Anyway, first base has got to be up there.
That would not fall into number 2.
Well, no, we can move things around.
What makes first base harder than third base?
Dude, first base is so hard, so much harder than third base.
Third base
first
is the
base,
hot corner.
You're involved in every single play.
To an extent.
You are on defense.
Not every play.
Pretty much.
Any pop fly you're not part of, unless there's someone on base.
Right. I mean,
and if they're not on first, I wouldn't say every play.
You're involved in more plays than any other position on defense.
That's probably yes. Damn. Basil thinks pitching's harder. I think pitching's harder than first base, though.
I'd probably agree with that.
Which means that would have to go into the top 5 somewhere.
So we have catching and I mean, how hard is pitching? You just throw.
You have. That is how hard's catching. You just catch.
No.
Yep. You're literally just catching the ball that the pitcher throws.
I can't believe Lazard dropped that ball. Is that Garrett? Oh, my.
That's so gross.
That was nasty.
What about shortstop, says Bays?
No. First base is way harder than shortstop.
But I feel like there's been way better first basemen, way more notable first basemen than there have been shortstops.
Okay, but that's just because of their hitting.
Right, exactly. It's both sides of the ball.
Right. But I'm saying like first baseman. I'm mainly talking about how much fielding comes into the equation. God, that's another one.
What positions have the least amount of notable names? I feel like that determines how hard.
Well,
the position is.
that's hard to say because the most notable baseball players are 9 times out of 10 because of hitting.
Yeah.
You know?
We already discussed it, Bays. Hockey goalie's got to be harder.
Oh, hockey goalie's way harder.
But
soccer goalie's not easy.
There are more goals scored in hockey generally than goals scored in soccer.
Right, so that I think proves that it's harder.
Or it proves it's easier to score. Wait, that's kind of the same thing. It made more sense in my head. Yeah. I mean, that pretty much settles that.
Yes.
Basketball is just so easy compared
Yeah, I mean,
to like a point guard.
I mean, you can just be a 6'7" uber athletic person. You're just good in
Boom.
the NBA.
Here's
It's not that hard.
Here's a max contract.
Wilson. He's back. Rogers looks good. Those are two really good throws.
3, counting Lazard's.
It could have been better.
We might have to rearrange the list, Theo.
Oh, it's got to get rearranged for sure.
Because what's our 3 right now? What's the third hockey goalie? That might go number 2.
Another one. Rack them up, baby.
Good. Just keep letting him just chuck the rock. Yeah, if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, this team is going to be something to...
I don't know if they're going to beat Kansas City, though. I don't know. The defense is good enough, man.
Who can beat Kansas
The
City?
AFC has a lot of really good players, but the teams aren't as good. The NFC has way better teams.
Yeah, I could get behind that. But I feel like this team is good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, besides, like, what? The AFC's got the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Jets.
There's a big drop off after
Right.
that.
The Bills aren't as good anymore. Us, we got the Niners, the Lions, the Cowboys are good. The Niners.
There's more.
I guess it's like, I get relatively, like contenders-wise, Super Bowl.
Yeah. There's a drop off in both.
I feel like the bottom of the AFC is much worse than the bottom of the NFC, though. Marcia's back. You know what that means. Someone's about to score right now. Hi, Marcia. Happy Monday.
Marcia. Welcome.
Also, just for the record, I had a $25 free, but I put it on Lazard first. Pays about $600, so I really enjoy that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would enjoy if that hit for you on this play. But
isn't it crazy that Aaron Rodgers has just like done a bunch of shrooms and ayahuasca and shit, and now he's just...
Oh.
Dude, he is so good. Oh, my God.
Dude, Garrett Wilson just looks like he's in full control of everything he does.
Yeah, he is.
How happy is he to finally have a quarterback?
Theo, you're going from Zach Wilson to Aaron Rodgers.
To 4-time MVP. Off of shit ton of drugs.
Oh, my God.
That's got to mean something.
Dude, he's got to be a little crazy, you know? That's fine, though. As long as he can sling that pill, does it really matter?
No, he's doing his job. Here we go again.
Garrett. Oh, God.
Brees. I thought Debo might hit since no CMC. We thought so too, but we took him anytime.
Yeah, we took Debo anytime. Before even CMC was out. That's why we couldn't put him in the first. Maybe a little fade to Lazard, huh? Or
Here we
Brees.
go.
Or Brees. Garrett's
He's
out,
out?
too. Hello, they're running the ball. I mean, clearly.
I mean, how obvious
Maybe just
is
get
it?
Lazard out right over there. Yes! That is 3 for 3. That's 3 for 3. Yeah.
How about that? There it is.
Yeah. 3 for 3. Come on. 3 for 3, baby. You got 3 primetime games this week, and we went 3 for 3.
That'd be correct. That's what we did.
That's all we did, and that's all we do.
Oh, well, there were 4 primetime games.
That's true, but we weren't. Listen, we weren't. We couldn't do it Friday.
No, we couldn't.
So
we went 3 for 3 on the ones we gambled on, and that's what matters.
God, let's go.
There it is.
Gotta love it. How about that, Brees? 3 for 3. That's easy. Listen, everyone have a good, next couple days. We'll be back Thursday night as usual.
Thursday
Night, good
it's
game.
It's a great game. Who's it?
Bills.
Miami.
Great one.
Game.
Great one.
Great
so,
game.
We'll see you guys then.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good rest of your night, and yeah, that's it. We'll take that. Cash it.
Good.